Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Arga cooking and baking channel. This time I have turned the Arga on and I am going to bake a little cake, or maybe two cakes, out of this book, which is the Irish Bakery. Fantastic, fantastic book. I'll link a bit below about it so you can go and check it out, but it's a fantastic book and the bakes in it are absolutely amazing. And this cake we're going to make this time is the Irish apple cake with whiskey soaked sultanas. So I'm going to get everything weighed out and I'll join you once I've done that. So I've weighed out all of the ingredients, so let me spin you around and show you. Right, so we've got 4 apples, 3 eggs, some vanilla bean paste, we've got a tablespoon of caster sugar and 2 tablespoons of demerara sugar. We've got our cheeky little golden raisins soaking in whiskey, which is all going to be added to the cake. We've got 225 grams of self-raising flour and a teaspoon of baking powder, 225 grams of golden caster sugar, and then we've got our butter, but in this instance I'm using some stalk. I know the recipe does call for butter, but I'm running low on butter, and I have in the past made my own butter, as it says in the book as well. Has a lovely recipe for making butter, but I don't have any cream in at the moment, so I had some stalk in the cupboard, so I'm going to try this one with some stalk. Now all I need to do is just dice up 2 of the apples and then slice up 2 of the apples, because the sliced ring versions will go on the top of the cake. So I'll crack on with that and then I'll see you over at the mixer. Right, now we cream in the sugar. Pop that in, and then we pop in the butter, but in this case we're using stalk, and then we just pop that down, let that go and cream it all together. There we are, so that's now all beat together. It's lovely and fluffy and soft. We'll just scrape round the bowl just to get it around the edges. And then in with our eggs. We beat our eggs in one at a time, just adding a little bit of flour I do with each addition of the egg, just to stop it from splitting. In with the first egg. One little bit of flour. And then we'll just beat all this together and then I'll be back. Then what we'll do is, now we're just going to give this a quick mix to mix in that vanilla bean paste. Then we'll add in the remainder of our flour and then we'll be on to the next step. Let's try and show you. That's all of the flour all combined in. Right, now the next step. We add in our diced apples. Get them all in. Then we add in our lovely soaked golden raisins, and we add all that lovely whiskey in as well, just to give it an extra little kick. And then we give that a nice mix, but you don't want to beat it too hard because you don't want to break up all that lovely apple. And there we go, That's all beaten in, and that's what it should look like. Now, what we will do is we'll spoon that into our lined tin. I've just lined the bottom. This one, because it requires a 9-inch tin, I'm using a springform tin because it's the only 9-inch tin I have. So I'm now going to spoon it all in, and then we layer the sliced apples that we have over here. Our nice sliced apples. We lay them on the top, and then we give them a coating once we've levelled it. Of course, then we add the sliced apples. Then we give it a coating of our demerara sugar and caster sugar. So let me get that into the tin and we'll go through this next bit. Right, so let's just get this into our tin. Right, so let's just get this smoothed off. There we are. Nice and smoothed off. Then we add our slices of apple and we press them in. And I've got some little extra bits, which I'm just going to cut about, and I might add some other little bits in, or I might just leave it, no, I might leave it as it is actually. Just leave it as it is with that, and then we just sprinkle on our demerara and caster sugar mix. And now let's just sprinkle this on the top. Making sure we get a nice coverage, which will melt nicely and give it a lovely crunch on the top. Now that's that all done now. So that's going to now be placed into the baking oven of the Aga on the bottom shelf of the baking oven, and it's going to sit there for about an hour, hour and 10 minutes, something like that, and we'll check it through the bake with our little tester to make sure that it's done. The only trouble I always find with these cakes, where they have quite a bit of fruit in them, if you're unlucky and you go through and you hit a piece of apple, which again is still going to be slightly moist, it can give you a reading that it might not necessarily be cooked. Right, so now let's open up the Aga. There's our lovely cake, and in we go. And I'll see you again in 60 minutes. The only other thing that we might have to possibly do is I'll check it after half an hour, because I might have to put, if you bake with an Aga, the cold plain shelf over the top to stop it from colouring too much. Or if you're baking in a conventional oven, you'd put a bit of foil or something over the top. So that's all I might have to do in half an hour. So I'll give it a check. But other than that, I shall see you in half an hour when I check that, and then hopefully in an hour when it's all baked. Well, I had to pop out to get some bits for another bake I shall be doing at some point. And so I didn't get to check it after an hour, after 30 minutes, but it's been 50 minutes now. So let's just have a little look and see how we're going. Right, let's just open up and have a little look. 50 minutes in. Now, the colour, let me just drop you down, is looking okay. So I shall leave that for a bit longer. Well, that's had 50 minutes, and as you can see, it's looking pretty nice. All we need to do now is leave it. I think I'll set a timer for another 20 minutes, and then it's had the hour and 10 that it's meant to have. We'll give it a little check and see if it's good to go or not. So I shall see you in another 20 minutes. Right, let's get it out and let's test to see how it is. It looks to me, trying to avoid of course the apple, looks to me like it could very well be cooked. Let's just go into this bit here. Well, it's coming out, don't know if you can see on there, it's coming out clean. So, that's that one done, and I don't think you'll be able to make it out on there, but it's come out clean on the skewer, so that's had 65 minutes, so very nearly the 70. So I now need to just leave it to cool in the tin for about 20 minutes or so, then we'll get it out of the tin. Well, it's out, it's cooled, it's out of the tin, so let me just show you what it has turned out like. I won't be cutting it today because I'm making this to go to a barbecue gathering tomorrow, so I'll show you what it looks like. And there it is, the most fabulous apple cake with whiskey soaked golden raisins. It's absolutely stunning, this cake, and I can't recommend it enough. If anyone gets the book, they want to get on and make this cake because it is absolutely amazing. So that's the apple and the whiskey soaked raisin cake made. As I said, this book, fantastic. Everything that we've made out of it has been wonderful. I'm also next going to be making the lemon drizzle cake, so that will be one of the next videos to be uploaded after this one. And I am possibly going to attempt what is it called? It's the flourless malted chocolate cake that is in this recipe book. I have never made a flourless cake before, so this will be a learning curve. So again, I hope you all stick around, and if you've liked these little videos and the little shorts that I've been posting recently, then please drop a like and a follow below, and let's carry on this journey of making wonderful baking and cookery on all different appliances together. Until next time, have a lovely time.